This is me visiting my dad in the Turkish army. Turkish men are required to serve, and my father, after he finished studying computer science in Canada, came back to Turkey and finished serving. My family are Turkish Jews with a history in Turkey for 500 years. I feel fortunate that my family, coming from Turkey, has had a pretty good go of it. Relative to everything else that has happened in the region historically, within the last century, Turkey has been a very good place for the Jews. But the truth is that the relations aren't as strong as they used to be, and I feel like the pendulum is swinging the other way. Jews keep the mezuzah indoors because they don't want to advertise that they're Jewish. It's kind of scary to see that this rich history that the Jews remember is not being valued among the mainstream culture in Turkey anymore. It's a very slow exodus from Turkey. About a century ago, there were about 80,000 Jews in Turkey, and now there's about 17,000, and those numbers fluctuate a lot. There are constant reminders that the Jews of Turkey are seen as the other. Their history and their contributions and just their presence is not something that's seen as equal. And I think it's trumpeted that way a lot in the media, but I do believe that Turks as a people and what the history of Turkey has shown is that it is very possible to have very good relations again and have a good bond between Israel and Turkey. There's so many reasons why Israel is important to me as a Turkish Jew that even to just pick one, I feel like is kind of keeping down the others. But one that comes to mind is that there's a full embrace of your culture when you go to Israel, of your history, without judgment, without having to explain yourself, and that it's something that's actually valued. It's like, oh, here's my brother that we got separated thousands of years ago. What was his family's story? And it's this really coming together that I feel like Jews, wherever they've lived, have always been willing to share this story with whatever culture they're with. But unfortunately, in a lot of these other countries, that hasn't been embraced.